I can get closer and stuff. So we're gonna go out first. Okay, relax. Hey y'all, come on in. Open up the comments. Say hi. Oh, it's a preview. We're not online. If you're here, say hi so we know you're here. Hey, Darlene. Okay, yeah. All right, we got people popping on. Hey, guys. All right, I'm gonna try so hard to keep up with y'all's comments. Let me turn the volume down. All right. Thank y'all for coming. Let me turn my volume off on my phone. I had it off. I turned it back on. Hey, guys. Thank y'all for coming. For some reason, it's just showing preview. Am I? What's going on? Let me go back out. There we go. Got 12 people on. We'll give it just a second, and then I'll introduce my friend to you guys. I just turned this volume off so that it didn't reverberate. I can hear it. Okay, y'all, just let us know if the sound is okay and if the video quality is okay. And if it is, we will get started. People popping in. Hey, everybody. Hey, sis. Hey, Andrea. Barbara, Deborah, Darlene, Connie, Darlene. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming. All right. For some reason, it's not telling me. There's Paula. Hey, Paula. Um, we're just going to go ahead and get started. Y'all, this is my friend, Kathy Spencer. She's a local realtor here in DeSoto County, and this one that they see. Okay. These are so confused. We have y'all look. This is hilarious because I've got two computers. One hooks up the camera system, and one we're watching comments on, so it does get confusing. This one's a little bit lagged, so we'll have to just deal with that. This is what they're saying, but we're seeing a lag. But this is the comments. It looks good and sounds good. Thank you, Paula. Appreciate it. I appreciate all y'all being here. Okay, so the camera is where we're talking. So thank y'all.
Thank you for guiding me on that.
Anyway, Kathy Spencer is a local realtor here in DeSoto County, Mississippi, and she's been a very good friend of mine for a long time. We used to work together, and we've gotten in a lot of trouble together too. We've had some shenanigans, but so she's a lot of fun. And but she had been talking to me about buying wreaths from me to, give to her clients when she closes on a house and stuff like that. But I know how artistic she is. And so I said, well, why don't you just let me teach you how to make it? Because I think you'll enjoy it and it'll be fun. So she agreed. Isn't that nice of her? So anyway, she has never, have you ever played with mesh before?
No.
Have you ever held umbrella mesh before?
I have now.
You have now. Okay, hey. So she's literally a beginner, and so we're going to start from square one and show her how to build a wreath. It's going to be a simple wreath. It's not going to be anything complicated, and we're just going to go from there. Let me just real quick. All right. Okay, Kathy. She's picked out her sign. She's going to do the welcome sign. This sign I purchased from Dora Shaver on Wood Ideas by Dora. She's got a private group, and if you join it, it's free. But you have to join her group in order to see her products. Her stuff is phenomenal. So a lot of the stuff used lately is from Dora, but her page is what is by Dore. So I'm not quite sure. Dore. And anyway, so in case you want to know where the sign came from, that's where it came from. We're going to be using a 15-inch, no, yeah, 15-inch burlap color work form. We're going to use the polyjute mesh and the burlap color, natural color. I think these came from Craft Outlet when they were in stock. Sorry, guys, I think they're out of stock for a minute. But Kathy picked out the ribbons that she wanted to go in her wreath. I let her completely design it because this is going to be hers. She can either keep it for herself or give it to a client. So you never know. If you come by a house from Kathy, you might get a new wreath.
You might.
So, but anyway, and she works for Crylight. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I work in Crylight in South Haven. And for years, and actually, I'm having time with my life. I'm a retired nurse. You're a nurse for 23 years, and I kind of look at that kind of stuff. And so I'm dealing with pretty things and still dealing with people too, and I love it. It's fun.
I would not be a good nurse. I would be a horrible nurse.
After 23 years, I was nurse tragic. I mean, it's like I was over.
I've got actually several friends that are nurses, and I could not be one because I guess I have the mentality that, okay, everybody knows you're sick. Everybody knows you don't feel good. You don't need to tell us constantly how bad you feel. So I'm a get over it mentality. If you feel bad, go to bed. So I wouldn't be a good nurse. I wouldn't be a good nurse at all. But I try. Now with my kids I was, but not with adults. It's different with kids. Okay. So before we use the mesh roller, which you know I'm going to use, I'm just going to give Kenny an idea of why I even came up with the mesh roller and why it was necessary. So we're going to cut 30-inch strips. I'm going to show you what to cut with just a second. But as you can see how curly that is. And so you have to like put weights down on it and measure it, and it's just a pain in the butt. Okay. So that's why we have a mesh roller. Now you're fixing to see the magic. All right, I'm fixing to put this on the mesh roller. I'm going to zoom in just a second, guys, so y'all can see what we're doing. I noticed some people, and it's my fault because I have not necessarily done a lot of lives, and it's because I'm anxiety driven when it comes to
I think she did good last night on boxing. I thought that was wonderful.
Well, if it's impromptu, I don't have time to get anxious. But if it's planned, today's was, I get anxious, and it's not because I'm nervous about y'all being here. I'm not nervous about anybody hearing what I got to say or nothing like that. I stress over the technology involved. I stress over it being a bad experience for you guys. And so the last few lives that I did, or the early few lives that I did, were train wrecks with the technology. They lagged. It was a bad experience. I couldn't read comments. And when I'm not paying attention to comments like now,
Joy died.
Joy here. It is. Hey,
Joy.
Joy.
Long time no see.
Oh, they can't hear you good. So you got to talk louder. Talk louder. So anyway, I'll see if I can't.
At least you didn't put a Mr. Microphone on.
Yeah.
Died.
I've got my volume all the way up on the webcam, so hopefully y'all will be able to hear Kathy. But I have a feeling as soon as she starts concentrating on what she's doing, she's probably not going to have a whole lot to say. I don't know. If y'all know Kathy, she's never really without anything to say. So she's kind of me. We just say it. So, but anyway, I do stress over and I do worry about this not being a fun experience for y'all. So we're not going to talk a lot, but I'm going to try to read your comments. And hey, Rachel, I see a lot of people popping in on us. Appreciate y'all being here. But I'm just going to start from scratch because she's never made a wreath before, and so we're just going to go with it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load the mesh roller. If you have a roller, you already know how to do this. You slide it on the free end of the stick that doesn't have the cotter pin. You slide your mesh on like you would a roll of toilet paper over the top. Okay?
We're going to have disagreements on that.
Yes.
With the public.
Well,
this is
in my house, it goes over
this
the
is
top.
the way it does.
Yes. And so what you want to do, just take you a corner and run it down. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to zoom in just a second, guys. So you want your mesh to go up and over and down and under the ruler. And I'm going to set it beside the cutting mat. And I'm going to see. That's getting better. Just bear with me for a second, guys. This is what I always do on a live, and I make people wait. Not trying to. There we go. Okay, my camera's at a weird angle. I may even have to angle the table just a little bit. Let me do that. Angle the table just a little bit. That way they can see it coming off of the mesh roller. Okay, there we go. All right, moving off all the way. So we're going to do, Kathy, is we're going to do what is called the ruffle technique on the base. I'm going to move the ribbons out of the way. Yes, we've already taken some straight pins out, but sometimes they're inconsistent. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, so we know we have 18 ties, and we need 30 strips 18 times. So, one, and we've got I have special heat, I know that. So,
don't cut my finger. This is
no, you're going to do it. Yeah. Pizza slice. We'll get to where we can see the numbers. So, anyway, right on the 30. And I did it really crooked. But anyway, just let it roll up, and we're going to cut 18 of these. 18 curls. Okay. I can count. This is kind of fun letting her do the work. I'm just going to talk to you and I'll read comments. You can see how the mesh roller is like. Yeah. So, hey, Robin. Hey, Karen, your first time here. Thanks for coming. I appreciate that. Ginger, Lori Whipple, hey. They're saying, hey, Kathy.
Hey there. I can't count and say hey.
She's like me. She had to spit her gum out. She can't talk when she goes either like me.
Well, I told her, I said, it's making my nose itch.
Well, this is poly jute, so it's not. It shouldn't have too much of a burlappy fibrous thing. So hopefully that won't be a problem.
This would make a really good pizza cutter.
Mm-hmm.
Eat a lot of pizza.
Hand down just a little bit.
Tell them about the first wreath we made together.
Oh yes,
that was fun. That's funny. I'm sure it stayed together, but
long before I started making wreaths, Kathy has. Is it a relative?
It's my brother-in-law, my sister.
Owns a horse farm, and she wanted to make them a Christmas wreath for. Is it for their office or their barn?
The barn.
1, 2, 3, 18, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll tell y'all, before I say that, I don't cut my strips. I don't cut 18 at a time anymore as I go with the mesh roller. I leave my wreath right beside me, And I'll cut one, put it in, cut another one, put it in. So I don't have this big mountain of stuff. But we're going to do it like this simply because she's learning. And we're going to just teach it the beginner way. But anyway, we got together and she decided that she wanted a horse wreath. Well, this was before they came out with the horse wreath form. But even if they had one at the time, I wouldn't have known to look for it because I wasn't in the wreathing business. And so we built a horse head out of styrofoam and wrapped it in Christmas garland. I wish we still had a picture of that. Okay, that's fine. We have another roll. Yeah, clean that end up. It was longer than 30, wasn't it?
Well, it's no.
Okay.
It wasn't quite.
It wasn't quite 30?
It wasn't long.
Okay. It gets real curly when it gets to the end of the row. All right. So, I'll put another one on here. So anyway, did we put lights on that wreath?
No.
Okay, so we just wrapped the styrofoam in garlands. We made a bridal.
Yeah, we run it every night. That styrofoam.
Oh my gosh,
yeah, it was horrible.
We knew nothing. We did not know what we were doing. So Kathy actually worked with me on the very first wreath I ever did. We both did it together.
It took us about 6 hours.
Yes.
It was amazing, and we scarred up for it.
Yeah, we did not know what we were doing. But it was a hit, and she liked it. So since then, I have seen the horse head frame, and I'm thinking, oh, that would have been so much easier.
But we had more fun.
Yes, we did. It was really a lot of fun. A lot of cackling going on back here then. So anyway, but if y'all do have a question, she's cutting these in 30-inch strips. She needs to watch her fingers, someone said. Be careful with the thing. And you can get cut real bad. And in case y'all saw my live yesterday, if you make wreaths, keep these, because if you ship a wreath, they really come in handy. I am going to throw this one away because I've got like 500 of them. I think one day I'm going to.
So why don't we start selling them? Yeah, then.
Well, I'm thinking that eventually there's going to be a craft project that I can do to show people a bunch of different things they can do with these. Because I've got so many. Any more?
I think.
And one more, and then we'll have 18. My voice has a lot of static. Hey, Julie, as known to me. Whose voice has static? Mine or Kathy's or both of ours? Does everybody else hear a staticky connection? Can y'all let me know if you do? Okay, we have 18?
Yep.
Okay.
I feel weird to it, but I think so.
Okay. So we're going to lock it. And just set it to the side. I'm going to move this to the side for a second. And what we're going to do is one of these for each one of the ties. Can y'all see this? And what you do, because it's called the curl technique, you want to flatten it down. I usually roll it off the edge of the table and then come back. You stay in the center and you just roll.
Manicure to follow.
The manicures are pointless for me. I can keep them. My fingers are in horrible shape. So, see how it's coming?
Let's keep it. Do I do it down like this or up?
Either way, but it does make a difference which way it goes in the wreath. So on the ones that are going to be in the bottom row, which we're going to do first, we want those to go up.
Okay.
Top row, go down. If you're a beginner, you probably don't.
I can't make it cooperate with me. Right.
And you can take big steps with your fingers.
I'm trying to save my.
Okay, put this one in the wreath first. Okay, so this one is going to be, the ruffle is pointing up, so we want it to go this way. And what we're going to do is, where y'all can see it, we're going to take right where it's pinched in the center. We're going to hold it down to the frame real tight. And we're going to squeeze tight and twist. Just one time for now, because we're going to be putting more in that top. And we just keep going until we like 10 of them in there. So it's going to be really cute when she gets it done. And we're going to put some pearls in it that are going to be really pretty too. Any questions? Hi, Michelle. Hey, Melody. Yes, we're using 10-inch mesh. And we cut them in 30-inch strips. And we cut 18 of them, one for each tie that's in the work frame.
And one's falling over.
Okay.
Wait,
which is why, I just got number two. Which is why I don't do this anymore. It's actually easier for me now to cut one strip, attach it to the wreath, cut another strip, attach it to the wreath. And my mesh roller just stays with me the whole time. And because of having to deal with the onslaught of rolls going everywhere. You did it. Okay, and when you get it in there, what you want to do is, it's kind of like a flower. And you just kind of open it up a little bit, kind of like a flower. Yes. Yeah. All right. She's doing good, y'all. So anyway, but the horse wreath is your cousin, right?
My sister and brother-in-law.
Okay. And they liked it?
They did. The Clydesdales came to their barn and they stayed there. And they were very impressed with it. I could have gotten a lot of orders, but I called Susie and she said, no.
Well, it took us forever to make because we didn't know what we were doing. But now
we had styrofoam everywhere.
Yes, now we could. We're going to open it up like sideways like this.
Okay.
Yeah. And but now we throw one together really, really fast. So anyway.
Right.
How do we decide which side goes up, Melody? Well, when you're doing a ruffle wreath, I think.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. It doesn't matter. These are long ties. I do the pearl side up for the bottom row, and because you want them to puff up. And we're going to go back and put ribbon in here, and so this makes a big difference in the end when you start doing that. But the top row that's going to attach to the ties, we do both side down. And it just kind of lets the wreath lay just a little bit flatter, and the ribbons do nicer, and the bow does nicer. So, and it's not a technique that you have to do. It's just something that I started doing. So.
Okay.
Suzanne from North Carolina. Or you for stat too? Okay, Paula, why do I have static?
It's me rolling this ribbon up.
And just in case you guys are interested in a mesh roller, I'll post a link to that real quick.
It's harder than it looks.
Use your fingertips instead of your fingernails and see if that helps. Okay.
Right there, but I have to.
You're doing it. You're doing it. And you kind of have to stay in the middle so that your mesh. See how this is going to let go.
I think that was an uneven.
Yeah. So that's fine. It's practice. It takes practice, literally. But if you take bigger steps with your fingers, it doesn't take quite as long. Okay. And you have to kind of corral it back to stay in the center. Okay. So in the center. And
mesh roller.
Oh, that's the mesh roller. And I pin it to the top. turn it over and it's up. I think. One of them is not going to matter that much. Let me back out. Well, it won't let me pin the comment. Okay. Well, there's a link in the comments. I also have on there on the bottom of the screen that you can see. If you want a mesh roller, just go to right here on this page at the top. You'll see a shop now button, and it'll take you straight to the page. And so, but it saves a lot of time, and it just makes it so much easier because you're not wrestling with the rolling and all that kind of stuff. So, go back to comments. And if y'all would, I would so appreciate it if y'all would like and share this video with your friends. You never know who might want to learn how to make a wreath from scratch. And it would really help out my business if you would do that. I would so appreciate it.
Anybody that wants to buy a house, it's a lovely place to live.
I've got some friends. Maybe be looking for a house soon. I'm hoping I am.
Yeah, I've been looking for you.
I know. She's trying to find me the gorgeous home that I can't afford. But
more or less won't let her have.
Thank you for sharing, Lynn. I really appreciate that. Oh, we've had 10 shares, y'all. Thank y'all so much. She should be, FYI, she should have Wreath closer to her. Yeah, that might help you. See what it is. Siri. Siri does that to me a lot lately.
But mine's the Australian British.
Is that British thing coming out?
It's a British thing coming out.
Can I tell your story?
Yeah.
Ever since I've known Kathy, she's such Cajun. She's from Louisiana, and she does all the cooking and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, she's I've always known her as Cajun. And my husband calls her something that I won't say on a live, but it's in conjunction with Cajun people, affectionate name. But anyway,
he still calls me that.
Yeah, starts with coon. How about that? Anyway, but she called me last week, and she said, "I'm so disappointed." I said, "Why?" She said, "I just did an ancestry DNA test, and I just got results back." She said, "I ain't got an ounce of Cajun in me."
I'm dark complected, and I'm British and Scandinavian. Now, where did that come from?
No French, because that's what Cajun is. It's French, right? So she don't have an ounce of Cajun in her. Cook Cajun. Likes Cajun food. She's raised it. So I guess you're Cajun at heart. At heart, yeah. So anyway. You're so cute, trying so hard.
My fingers are getting a workout. I'm not gonna be able to do them tomorrow.
Well, Paula's not on here, so I can't ask her about the static. Hey, Jan, I just saw you on here. Paula, thank you for sharing. I have no idea why it's staticky, y'all. I don't know what to do about it. I'm hoping that you can hear me. So,
and I'm too busy to talk.
Melody said I had to make my own work wreath today. What a pain, yikes. Yes, I hate them. But you know what? You have to do it in a pinch sometimes if you don't have the right color work frame.
Okay, this is probably one of the
I will.
Okay. With your white paint on.
Oh, I don't care. Bye.
Lucy and Ethel in the chocolate factory.
Yep, that hurt. This is why I don't do it like this anymore, and I do it one at a time, which really helps.
Well, I think that would help me at this point.
Well, we'll do that when we do the curls. We'll show them what I'm talking about.
Okay, is this up or down all around? I give up on this.
Yeah. That was, yeah.
That was think I have to keep this one.
It's really gonna turn out pretty. You'll be amazed at how nice it looks. Right now, it's not static, it's pitchy. I don't know if I can.
The faces are pretty. You got to do much more.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
Okay, Susie,
A
one of these things.
scruncher?
Yeah, a scruncher. I'll get more edges on that.
I'll call it Kathy Scruncher.
Okay, come off your little roller thing. Automatically scrunches will.
You know what? That'd be pretty awesome if we could come up with it. Because a lot of people. That's one of the reasons why I love to hear all the reviews of people that have a mesh roller. If you don't have a mesh roller, go read the reviews on my page here on Facebook and read what everybody is saying about theirs. There's hundreds of them. I've got some on Etsy too. But you go and read at how this thing has changed their life when it's working with mesh. The way it started was my husband, I was learning to make wreaths, and I was fighting with the mesh. And I drew on a piece of paper one day. I said, "Do you think you could make me this?" And
These are pretty covered up, right?
and so he took it out in the garage and came back like an hour and a half or so later, and he had first mesh roller. And so I just started using it as for me to make my life easier. And then people started seeing it and started wanting one. And you know, for a
How
long
many
time,
have you sold so far?
for a long time, I didn't even want to make them because he didn't want to make them, so I didn't know what to do. And one morning I woke up and hit myself upside the head. I'm like, what am I doing? I can find somebody to make these. And that's what I did. I found a local guy that I've known for a long time, and he's making them for me. So it's working out real good. Now, what did you ask me?
Tell them how many you sold.
I haven't done a count lately. We've exceeded 1,800. I think we may have exceeded 1,900, but I'm not sure. I have to look. If you notice that a lot of the mesh roller sales are 2-packs. When you go and you see how many are on the Etsy store, keep in mind that a large percentage of those were 2-packs. So, love your mesh roller holder. Thinking of getting a second one. Yes, yes. Paula with Red Dirt Racing Things, she uses two. She dedicates pretty much one to her 21-inch mesh, which you haven't noticed.
I guess I go here with this.
And these, the curl's going to go down, so it'll be easier to ruffle when you're curling it down.
Well, I think some go up and some go down anyway.
It doesn't matter, but the top ones, you want to curl it down, which is a little easier to work with.
Why didn't you give me that to begin with?
Well, because you got them up. Now you're doing them down.
Okay.
And anyway, the mesh roller holds 2 10-inch rolls or 1 21-inch roll. So it's just such a huge help. And that's my heart so much good when I hear people say that it helps them. A lot of people with arthritis have a real hard time with it. A lot of people have smaller work tables. And it just, I don't know, it just keeps it neater. And when we start doing the curls out of the turquoise color, you'll see how I normally cut my mesh now and see how what of a difference it makes with the mesh roller. You're doing great. This is your first one. Yep.
But you do.
I messed it up.
I'm getting a lot of problems.
I messed it up. People from Ashley remember that story? When we used to work at Ashley, remember that customer that got mad at me? Because she waited too late to order her furniture and it didn't come in time for her party. She comes up to the store and she's mad at me. And I'm like, I told you how long it was going to take. And she was still mad. She wanted to blame it on me. She was I think she was Vietnamese. She goes, Susie, you messed it all up. You messed it all up. I said, no, ma'am, I didn't mess it up. I said, it's coming in when I told you it was going to come in. So now every time I mess something up, it's like, Susie, you messed it all up.
Okay, crimper is in your future.
She wants me to invent a crimper. What do y'all think? Pretty cool, huh?
Uh-huh. Because, I mean, it could come off the mesh roller and automatically just go crimp. You know?
That sounds like an electronic device.
My niece is the
That's
engineer.
above my pay grade.
My niece is the engineer.
Okay, well, let's get your engineer needs involved.
Why do I always get them backwards?
Yes, Sonia, it is handy for ribbon. I'm glad you love your mesh roller. I just love mine. But yeah, you can load this thing up with ribbon, cutting your ribbon tails, which we're fixing to do, and we're going to show how to do that too. So I even use it when I'm using the jute tubing, the poly. When I use this stuff is a pain to deal with, especially when you first take it out of the package. And yes, I have it loosely packed in here, but it's not packed. It's just loosely in here when the open ones are. But I just run it through the bottom of the mesh roller, and it kind of keeps it from balling up and curling up on me. So we'll do that in a minute. You're almost there.
I don't think so.
I'll help you.
Okay.
How about that?
I think they're getting cramps.
Are they? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't
I
want you to.
didn't
I don't
know
want to physically abuse her.
Yes, you are.
Plus, she's got a very nice manicure, and mine, I gave up on manicures. Doing good. Just kind of find your edge, and bring it around like a flower, like a flower, and make this end of the flower and that end of the flower. Okay. And then this one's ready to go in. I help her out so it'll go a little faster.
And they're all going, yes.
Okay, this is the most time-consuming part. Once you get your base built, it's time for the candy. It's time for the eye candy. This is just your base. And if you build a nice base, then you're going to have
I like the wages of it.
a good balanced ribbon. And yes, because it's this poly jute and not a true jute or burlap, it's just the burlap color. It doesn't ravel as bad as the burlap and stuff. But we are fixing to put some poly burlap in it, and it does ravel a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll take my time doing social crimp.
So you should have 3 open ties available.
I got 2.
Did we skip one?
No, I think I just probably missed it.
Okay.
I couldn't count. My accountant husband does that.
A realtor that can't count. Ooh, that's scary.
I've got people. I've got people. That's what the lenders are for.
Now, Kathy's looking for me a house that's got a little bit of land and a huge craft room. I have to have a huge craft room, so a big bonus room. Exterior workshop for storage and 2-car garage, preferably, and more. But
that one that lady wouldn't let us see yesterday. Perfect.
Yeah, I just gotta talk my husband into moving. Oh.
I put those little Bama stuff all over it. Did you like that?
If you put that all over, yeah. Oh look, I found one we missed.
Okay,
Good, we do have to. Trying to tease and decorate the house with Bama, maybe he'll move.
Okay, I'm on.
Yes, we're Roll Tide, huge Bama fans, y'all. Don't hold it against me, but yes, we are. Kathy is a Saint, aren't you?
I'm a Saint fan. Used to be an Ole Miss fan until that after I started last year. I wasn't proud of them.
Our teams, all our teams have
No, but I just wasn't proud of them. I was like,
a lot to be said for good sports.
if I'd been the mother of those kids, I would have been killed.
I don't remember what happened, but don't remind me because it'll just make me mad all over again. I'll let it go.
I gotta go yet. Maybe not.
So this is basically a base. And we're going to add a touch of color into the base. And we're going to put burlap, two burlap curls.
And polka dots.
Oh, yeah, we've got some polka dot ribbons. She likes dots. I think we got the bigger dot picked out, don't we? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Rub that in there.
Like, you know, my husband would love this as a toilet paper transfer. He never went
It would hold about 40 rolls.
Oh,
that's hilarious. A friend of mine, Jan, she's still here. She wants one for her kitchen because she's a master chef.
Oh, for the paper towels.
Well, no, she uses all kinds of stuff. She's come out with an ebook.
Really?
Yes, and you need to follow her page.
How long
People
does
love
this
it.
have to be?
We're gonna do these 15 inches.
I learned how to work the weaponry.
We're just gonna do one.
Good. You just wanted it.
Yes. One
I like it every time.
Okay. So what I'm thinking, ravels real bad. See how that does?
But I think it's cute on it.
It is cute. So you have a choice because it's your wreath.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it like this. And do that.
Oh, let's cramping go.
Okay. So we did. We take the raw edges, fold in the center, flip it over, and then gather it.
4 crimps.
Yeah. So all of the raw edges are hit inside of this. Hang on. So we're gonna put this on here.
Mm-hmm.
And so look over here. Find 18-inch mark without using the numbers. What would it be? Because we're 35 here. Where would 18 be? It's 36 at the end, so 18 would be half 36. So put it on 17 and cut it on 5. And that way your wreath can be beside you and
Okay. Open. Okay, listen. Turn it over and do it like this and this. Okay, and then
like it's about an inch.
And then flip it back over and crimp.
And that holds the raw edge inside. So do the ones on the bottom first. It's going to be impressed. I think you're going to like it so much you're not going to want to give it to anybody.
There's no tool in my house.
Need to be louder. Sis, we're trying. I'm sorry. No, I have never been accused of not being loud.
I don't have a loud voice. That's the problem.
I do.
You could hear Susie all over the store.
Yes, yes.
Lindsay was the only person worse than me.
Is she here? I haven't seen her.
Wait, do I take it or none? Looks like a butterfly.
It does. It does look like a butterfly.
So I go down 17, is that right?
Yeah, and cut it on the 35. I'm trying to keep up with y'all's comments. Y'all know I'm not very good about it when I'm doing the work, but today it's a little easier because I'm not doing it. I can look at what y'all are doing and saying. She's definitely a beauty.
Oh, thank you. I needed that.
Hey, baby.
I've got to go to a
How
function.
was your day at school? You want to come say hi to everybody? Come on. Okay. My grandson just got in from school. No tide, but roll tide. Bama girl here, stuck in California. I don't understand, Teresa Vernon. You said no tide, but roll tide. I'm not quite sure what that meant. But she's a Bama girl, so that's good. To add a ruffle to the poof, what do you suggest in length? These are we're cutting these in 15-inch strips. We're folding them differently, simple as it's the burlap. Come on in, buddy. Y'all want to meet my grandson, Eli?
Well, Eli, you've grown. You were a little one when I saw you last.
He was with away. Come up here in front of the camera. Y'all, this is my grandson, Eli. He just had a birthday Monday. He turned 12. So, he's my little sweetie pie. Just got home from school. Say hi to everybody. Oh, maybe one of these days I'll let him teach me. I'll let me teach him how to make a wreath. Yeah.
Waiting on my list.
All right. I just wanted to introduce you to everybody. Thank you. He likes to come into my craft room and fiddle with all my stuff, my pipe cleaners, my chenille stands, and make characters and stuff out of them. So. Sometimes he mostly just comes to get copy paper to draw on it, but he makes those paracord bracelets. He does a good job on those, y'all. He makes those.
Friendship bracelets.
They're made from the paracord. It's really cool. So, Jan Marie said, "Happy birthday." Y'all, if y'all don't know who Jan Marie is on this live, that is Chef Jan with Backroads Confections. Y'all need to go check out her page. Hey, and put a link to your page in the comments. Chef Jan Marie is a master chef. She lives in Oklahoma, and she's a master chef. She's also, oh gosh, she's going to kill me for butchering this, certified food safety instructor thing. But anyway, she's got a Backroads Confections page where she teaches how to make some of the most amazing dishes in her kitchen. And she likes Backroads. She's real country. And so if it has anything to do with a Backroads life, that's Jan Marie. She loves that stuff. So when you go to her lives, you feel like you're sitting in her kitchen. And I mean, you just feel like pouring a cup of coffee and sitting at the table because you feel like you're in her kitchen. Man, you can learn some stuff watching her. And she doesn't just do food, even though that's her master. She's the master chef. It's not just all she does. Jan's going to be doing gardening. She's already taught us how to plant seeds to get ready for the planting season. Not only that, but she's got a lot of t-shirts that she's come out. And we just had a celebration Tuesday night on her page because her ebook is out. And she has worked so hard on her ebook with recipe book. And these are secret recipes that her family cannot believe that she is put into a book because she hasn't shared them with anybody. And they're now in an ebook. So go to her Backroads Confections page, like her page for me, please, and check out her mercantile. She just opened up a store where you can click shop now on her page, and it takes you to her mercantile. And she's got t-shirts, she's got all kinds of things that she's adding to it. It's a brand new business. She's just getting started. And so go share some love and support and check out her t-shirts and her ebook and just bless her. She's a godly woman. She lives in Oklahoma, and her husband both love the Lord, and they do everything that they do to serve the Lord in their business. And sometimes when you go on her live, you feel like you done been to church, and I love that. So go to Chef Jan and her Backwoods Confections page and like her for me. It would just bless her, and I would appreciate it so much. Whose book, Debbie? It is go to Backroads Confections on Facebook, and that is Chef Jan's page. And if you click shop now, you will see her ebook that is out now. It's her recipe book, her cookbook, Cooking with Chef Jan. Oh, I forgot what. You have a picture of it, Chef Jan? That's the picture of your ebook, if you don't. But oh my gosh, this woman can cook. She kills us watching lives because they need to invent smell it so you can smell what she's cooking. Man, she makes that stuff look good. Well, you're flying on this part.
I'm doing one at a time.
Yeah, and it makes it easier. Can you see that? What I was talking about? Where now I cut one strip at a time instead of a bunch that I have to keep count of. Cut one time, and it just makes it so much easier. So, yeah, she's rocking this one out. She's rolling. How many inches is the blue? We cut them 15 inches, and she's folding in half and overlapping them on the back, and then flip over and starts ruffling it from the other side. And,
my tea, please.
Yes. And what it does is it keeps the raw edges of burlap tucked on the inside. So even though I personally like frayed looking burlap, sometimes it's too much. And if you want to keep your wreath intact and you don't want the fraying and stuff, it definitely cuts down on the fraying if you do that. But there's all kinds of ways. You can ruffle it just like we did the original ruffles and do it however you want. Some people put pearls in it. I put pearls in a lot of wreaths where we just take that and roll it like this. Okay. We're gonna
it's difficult.
It's not. And we're gonna cut some rolls of this yellow netting in a minute to go on here too. So that's gonna be one of the last things that we do.
At least she hurried.
No, this is a beginner's class. It's not gonna be fast. That's fine. Facebook doesn't kick us off until after 4 hours, but I promise you this isn't gonna be a 4-hour live. She will quit and go home.
I got a function to go to.
Yeah. Function to go to?
I do. We're having an open house.
What time does that start?
6 to 7. We'll be.
Okay.
If not, I'll be late.
I don't want to make you late. So
it's just
if we don't finish, we don't finish. But I think we'll finish. We're going to be finished probably in about 45 minutes at the most.
I have to be there on time. It's just to recruit other realtors.
Hey, did y'all go see Chef Jan's Backpost Confection page? If you did, if you just went and liked her page, put it in the comments. Went and liked her page. Did you like this page and share this page too? Oh, it would help me so much. It would really help Chef Jan. There's her link, Backroads Confections. Y'all think I'm country. I'm from Mississippi. Y'all think I'm country? Chef Jan's country too. She's a country girl. I love it. But I think one of my favorite things about Chef Jan is her sweet spirit and the fact that everything that she does unto the Lord. And the Lord is really blessing her right now and her husband. And so if you can go there and show her some love and order her shirt. She's come out with a gorgeous t-shirt. I can't wait to get it. Her slogan on her page is "Be a Blessing." And so she just came out with a "Be a Blessing" t-shirt. I can't wait to get them. And oh, Jan, in case you're wondering, I didn't order the orange because I really horrible in orange. But unless I've got a tan. If I got a tan, I can wear orange. But I got the lavender and the green one. I can't wait to get them. So, but she's got Backroads t-shirts that are just so cute. Yay! Looking good. Hope our audio has gotten a little better. If not, maybe the replay will be better. We'll see. Anybody have any questions?
You think?
Oh, yes, turn it off your phone. That may have a lot to do with it, actually. Close out the Facebook on it. I didn't know we had.
Well, I didn't know it came on either, but it just popped up.
Oh, okay. That might help the connection. We had 3 different Wi-Fi's.
That was Miss
2 different Wi-Fi's. Oh, Siri did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody have any questions about what we're doing? Y'all should see some of the artwork Kathy has done. Oh my gosh. She paints. And didn't you do some tiles in your bathroom or something? I mean, she's just got a real knack for artistic. She's got a real eye for color. And she's real good at it. That's why I wanted her to learn how to do this, because anything creative she's good at. She's just so busy as a realtor. She may not have a whole lot of time to do it, but
which is a good thing.
It's fun. Yes.
I can do it at Christmas. Nobody buys houses.
And didn't you know you were in some kind of
$1
$1 million club? Hey, you know you're good if you're in the $1 million club. I'm not in the real estate world, but I don't really know what that means, but it sounds like it's a big deal.
2 years in a row, and I've only been doing it 3 years.
Wow.
Set goals and
And apparently, it's the southern way of saying realtor is not the correct way to say it.
Realtor.
Realtor. But I have always said realtor. Realtor.
So you see what I read?
Yes.
To that. Like Susie.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna note on that. Yeah, I'm country. I say things wrong. I know. I'm from Mississippi.
How did y'all get to be Alabama fans?
Because my husband grew up with diehard Alabama fans. And that was a requirement when we got married that I convert. And that was 34 years ago. So for 34 years, I have been an Alabama fan. And now, when an Alabama game comes on, my son and my husband tease me about it, because we almost feel like we need to warn our neighbors. Like, okay, y'all, there's a Bama game on, and Susie's gonna be screaming, she's gonna be yelling, and we're not killing each other here. It's just a game. And I get a little vocal, and they get tickled at me, but I'm like, no. So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, we're huge. Does she have a Facebook page that she does lives on? I'm assuming that you're talking about Chef Jan. Yes, she does. She goes live every Tuesday night at 7:30 Central Time, and it's on Backroads Confections. And in case you were asking if Kathy has a Facebook page and goes live,
You're supposed to go live.
she might. I mean, it'll be good in the business world to hop on and go live once in a while. So
I do have a Facebook page.
Robin says, great job, Kathy.
Thank you.
Julian says she's doing a good job. So, any other questions, guys? 42 people watching. Yeah, I don't have, in case y'all are wondering, I don't have a live alert system set up yet. ManyChat, which is what a lot of the groups are using, is shut down right now because of, for any of you that run a business page on Facebook, you know that Facebook has changed their algorithms. And all that means in layman's terms is that they've changed the way that Facebook's computer communicates with Facebook pages. And so a lot of things have changed about how our Facebook pages get seen, how many people see them, and so on and so on. Well, when all the new algorithms kicked in and took effect, the ManyChat system that everybody uses for lives, Facebook is making them make a lot of changes to their system. They're down right now. Their system is paused they say. And so until MeChat becomes unpaused and Facebook gets through with, these are their words, not mine, the audit. So Facebook is auditing ManyChat's communications with the people.
Well, said they have to do that.
Said
they have to do that.
Yeah. So anyway, as soon as they're done with that, then ManyChat is going to unpause their system, and I'm going to be able to get on there and set up a live notification. No.
No.
This one is not on a roll.
One.
Oh, wait a minute. I think that might be one that's pre-cut. How long is that?
It's perfect.
Okay.
It's going to be pretty. Yeah. Careful.
What? It broke? Okay. It can be fixed. What happens? Huh? Didn't you take the link out? No, ma'am. He just got it for his birthday. It's a wooden watch. Isn't that cool? Okay. The wood broke. Okay. You didn't save any of the links you took out or anything like that? Okay.
I didn't know we took out links.
Oh, I thought you did.
I was thinking I got to get some.
Oh, I see what happened. Oh, you just hang on. Your Jamie's gonna be able to fix that. Jamie gonna come to the rescue and fix that baby's watch. These can be fixed. So what, hey y'all guys? What's your grandma name? I'm Gamey. What's your grandma name? Do you have a way to use left over 21-inch mesh? Yes. You can cut shorter strips and curl them for curls. So there's a lot of different things. I save a lot of scraps because I don't know if y'all know this about me yet. If you hang around my page, you will definitely learn more about me. But I'm like, this is something that doesn't interest her in the least because she's got grandsons. She doesn't have granddaughters. But when my oldest grandchild is 15, and when she was a baby, I started making Barbie furniture for her. So I'm real into making Barbie clothes and Barbie furniture and stuff like that. So even sometimes even the smallest scraps, you know, I save for little projects like that. I'll have to share them with you sometime. In fact, got a Barbie bed over here I can show you. Okay, Debbie Beasley, her name is Big Mama. Julie Sellers is Nana.
Okay, does that look like it?
Yep. Okay. All right, your base is complete. And she did good, y'all. Look how pretty that is. Okay. And that's the part that's actually work. The rest of it's done, 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 done. All right. So these are the ribbons that we picked out, or she picked out on her wreath.
I'm thinking I'm going to like this. Look at that one. That one.
Okay. So what you want is you want at least 2 ribbons, preferably a 1.5 and a 2.5 to go in your tails. Or you can do 2 and 2.5 if you want to. But we can do those together as your tails, and then we can put these in the bow.
Okay.
Or that one, the bow, and that bow.
Okay. I'm listening.
Okay. So what we're going to do first is we want our tails to be 14 inches long. And so we're going to start off with a big polka dot. So we're going to incorporate a small polka dot and a large polka dot, one in the aqua teal color and one in the burlap to tie both of those colors together. And it's funny. This right here comes with the Provo for y'all that have a Provo. If you don't, you need to get one, and we're gonna work with that in just a second. But this is the spool holder for the Provo. And this dowel and this dowel are exactly 14 inches apart. And that's how long we want our ribbon tails to be. So what I do, so now I have two 14-inch threads. So I want to wrap it around here 7 times. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know why I said 7 because we need 8 of them. Okay, so I have a pair. Can you reach a pair of those scissors out of that? Now what we're going to do, I forgot to get those scissors Paula keeps telling me about at Home Depot. I think it's called Wreaths brand. She's been using them forever, and they don't dull. You cut through all this wide ribbon. After a while, you just really go through some scissors. But she hasn't had to go through scissors. She's still using the same pair. So I need to check those out. Okay, so now we have 18 of the big polka dot and the teal. And so that means we've got 18 ties. We have 18 ribbons.
So it goes in the.
And to make this have a finished look, we fold an edge in half. Let me see if I can get this in the camera just right. Fold the ribbon in half. Start at the folded edge and go up, clip, and you have a dovetail. See the dovetail? So it just gives your ribbon just a real finished look. And we dovetail everything. But it's also easier if you do several at one time. Not too many because it gets uneven if you do too many. Dovetail those, and I will cut your other ones if we decide on the polka dots all together. Can you give me that metal pin holder? Everything off my thing. If you don't have a metal magnetic pin holder, and you use pins in your ribbon, you want one. If you can spill a pin on your table, or this or this.
Whichever one you've got enough of. Okay.
I don't think I've got enough of this. Okay. I may be wrong. Let's just see.
What about the dark brown? That's too wide, isn't it?
Yeah, and okay. Well, that's kind of a satiny color,
Oh, no.
and we don't want satin on a burlap. I don't.
No.
All right, let me see how many I can get out of this. And I've noticed too that if you put the closest end to the spool, closest to your pegs, it's just much easier to roll. A lot of people do it this way to where you don't have a clearance. But I roll mine the other way, real close to the pegs, and it's just faster. Just a whole lot faster. So, start with so we're not going to use this. I'll roll it back in just a second. So we're going to use the smaller. This one has got 1, 2, 18, 26 more. Oh, the other pair are really dull.
Well, I managed to do it.
Titanium scissors are the way to go, but not all titanium scissors are created equal. So, there's Paula got hers at Home Depot, and I think it's WISS brand, and she's been using them forever, and they don't dull, and they cut straight through everything. Love your preference. Oh, thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. It's like, this is a bedroom home, so it's like, what do you think of this, Miss Realtor? About a 10 by 10 or a 10 by 11 bedroom, so it's real small. So everything's cram packed, and I store up.
She's got a closet that's unbelievably full.
Oh, Lord. I've got 2 closets in here full. One of them has my husband's stuff in it. So, all right, so I need 6 of these. Someone else asked another question. Hi, Susie from Canada. What you making today? Kathy is a local realtor, friend of mine, and I'm teaching her how to make her first wreath. So she could see if she liked doing it, and this could be a fun gift she could give her clients when they close on a house, to give them a welcome wreath for their new home. So this is a kind of an experiment to see if she enjoys doing it, and so she can either choose to keep this wreath for herself or give it to a client. So that's what we're doing. So thanks for coming. Melody, you're Mimi. Okay. We're asking everybody what your grandma name is. If we got grandmas in here, tell us what your grandma name is. I'm Gammy. What are you?
Grammy Kathy.
Grammy Kathy. And someone has been passing around a video. If y'all seen it, picking out your grandma name. Seen that video going around?
Yeah,
it's funny.
Mine was ugly.
And the one that cracked me up was the one that came back, and she wanted to exchange her grandmother name because her grandchild couldn't pronounce it. Well, that was me. I was excited when my first grandbaby was on the way. I decided that I wanted to be Gammy. So the whole time my daughter was pregnant with Gammy, I was Gammy. Everything was Gammy. And Gammy couldn't wait. Gammy said everything. So anyway, obnoxious brother, yes, that's me. So anyway, when she was born, of course, you know, they say all the early words, mama, dada, and I'm like, Gammy, Gammy, never came out of her mouth. My husband is Poppy, so we're Gammy and Poppy. She said Poppy, Pop, Pop, and I'm like, well, I was Mammy for a long time. Mammy, Mammy, and how many is it? 4. No, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't cut right there. So anyway, so she was probably well into her vocabulary by the time she could say gamey. But I was so determined to be gamey that, you know, by the time she was 10, she could pronounce it. Oh, just kidding. Maya, you might be in here watching later, so yes, I'm talking about you, sweet baby. And then everybody else just learned to say it quick because Maya was saying it and everybody else was saying it. But the first grandbaby struggled with it a little bit. But that's okay. Yes, in the South, we do take our grandmother name very serious. Robin, your grandma? Okay. Anybody else? Did I miss anybody's? Oh, Jan, can I share your grandmother name? Have you shared it on here? I get a kick out of Jen's thing. I don't see her on here. She must have had to leave. Chef Jan is tutu. I love it. It reminds me of a little ballerina in a tutu. She's there for tutu. But yes, in the South, it's very serious. Our grandma name. I wasn't gonna be Granny. No offense to Grannies.
Uh-oh.
That's fine.
I do all those just to the last one that way.
You're good.
Great minds.
There we go. Okay. That's our ribbon tails. On. That's one thing about having a small craft room. And for those of you who've ever been to my website, it's about organization. Professional organizer at heart and professionally for a long time. So I have a website about organizing family, crafting, now Wreaths, and creating the. I'm going to show you. Don't try. So what you're going to do is you're going to take two of them, lay them on top of each other, fold it in half, crease it. So you've got your center point. So what we've done is lay on top of the other, fold it in half, got our crease. So at the crease, we pinch. She's got that engineer's mind. Start at the bottom. We'll put it down just a little bit. Start at the bottom and it goes inside each top. It's okay. And you don't want to go up like that. You just want to kind of lightly go down. Still pointing out and down just a little. And then I just kind of curl just a little bit. And then just kind of go around the wreath like that. So for a first timer, she's doing great. I've never done live yet. I'm a grandma. Linda's a grandma. Yeah, she's doing fabulous. Now she may tell me after this is over that she doesn't enjoy it. She don't know, but I think she'll enjoy it.
I think I will.
All you need is a couple of rolls of ribbon and some mesh, and you're in business. A place.
In my house.
Don't you have a bonus room? That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of gather it right in the center. I think she's doing good too. Maybe not. We'll decide on the yellow when we get done. We may not put anything yellow on there.
You probably won't need it.
You probably won't, but we'll wait and see. That's one of the things that we can add last minute. I have this yellow netting. Y'all ever worked with this before? It's not the window pane. It's got like a chevron pattern in it, and it's made of feels like polyester. It doesn't have the paper feel like some of the other window pane netting is. This came from TMI Gifts, which is an online craft store. I love working with it. And I'll show you something fun to do with it in a second because it's just a real subtle hint of color that we're going to pop in there. We go in the same direction. So you want this? That's fine. That's fine. The top one's a little bit. So. Yeah. And that way, because right now, this opposite from this side.
Okay.
And I'm going to show her how to do a very simple bow on the pro bow. And so if you ever work with the pro bow, oh my gosh, y'all got to get a pro bow. Y'all got to.
What is a pro bow?
You're fixing to find out, girlfriend. Instead of hand tying the big bows on the wreaths and stuff that you see.
And now she tells me.
We're not going to hand tie it. There's this tool that a lady named Regina Sellers came up with. And she, I mean, I don't know how many years ago she came out with a pro bow, but Ooh.
What's your Christmas photos with? Okay, I've seen them.
Yeah.
Everybody has them.
Hobby Lobby has the promos? Does it? Okay. Well, Gina's got them everywhere. Amazon sells them, so I wouldn't doubt if Hobby Lobby carries them. But anyway, but if you like to make uniform perfect bows and get real creative, it just kind of gives you a helping hand. And she calls it the Pro Bow by hand. No, Pro Bow the hand. So the board is called your extra hand, and it really helps.
Still not getting this part.
Mm-hmm. This one wants to go up, and this one wants to go down. Which one is it? Should go in the same direction as these.
I have little girls. I don't have little girls. Their photos did not look good.
Well, not that's sorry, it was my fiddle. Not all little girls likes like that. So
I would have to play baseball.
yeah. Hey, Susan. Robin, where did I get what? I don't know what you were talking about. I'm thinking you're asking me about the yellow mesh, not mesh, but netting they call it on their site. If you were asking about this, Robin, um, this came from TMI Gifts. Yes, it's not. They call it netting on their site. It's not called mesh. Um, but it's called netting. But it feels a lot like mesh. It's not paper. It feels not really plasticky, but polyestery kind of feeling. It's got some texture to it. It's a little bit coarse, but it's perfect for doing curls and stuff. Add extra to your wreath. But they have all different kinds. You can do the window pane netting, this chevron netting, all that. It came from tmigifts.com, like too much information, tmigifts.com. And look up netting, and you will see the chevron netting. And one roll, especially if you're doing like curls and stuff, you could do a whole wreath in it. But if you're just doing curls and stuff, one roll of this stuff will last forever. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm gonna pop on there.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna show you.
Are we gonna put holes in it?
No.
No holes.
Well, I was gonna staple it, but it's a staple gun, but it's not powered. Yeah, that's a real good question. In case y'all never done it before, this is a very thin wood sign, and if you're not careful to attach your ties on the back of this to attach it to your wreath, especially with a staple gun, your staple can go all the way through and ruin your sign, and it would hurt my feelings, and I know it would hurt Dora Shaver's feelings if I messed up her sign because she does such pretty work. If you've never bought from Dora Shaver, whoo, me. This woman is so talented, and everything she sends you is quality. I mean, she's good. She's real good. So anyway, but I'm going to show y'all how to attach this with a staple gun and the staple not go through and not ruin your sign. So.
I would have used a power tool on that.
Well, all the
I
power,
like power tools now.
yeah, all the power tools are outside. If I was outside, I probably would. But anyway, you know,
Unfortunately, I'm not going to have room to put that yellow in there.
you'll be surprised what I can get in there. In fact, like here, open it up just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you could actually go down and open it up just a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And press that down in there nice and tight. And just a little bit more to play with. So, yeah, it's looking Good. Looking good, 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 good. Okay, to keep my staples from going through the back of the signs, oh, if you've ever gone to Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, any place like that, in the kids' craft section, you know, where they have the little pom-poms and googly eyes and stuff like that, they have craft foam, peel and stick craft foam. And you can buy it by the packages, but it's real thin, but it's foamy. Okay. And I cut little squares. I cut 8 because I stacked 2 on top of each other and I need 4 of them. So while she's working on that, I'm going to peel and stick my foam squares in the corners, not all the way to the corner, just a little bit down. I don't want my ties to show from the edges. And I just stack 2 on top of each other to give it some padding. You see what I'm doing by any chance?
Do it on.
So I'm just stacking these little squares. They stick. They have a sticky back. I'm peeling, sticking, and I'm putting them too thick, 2 on top of one another. I'm kind of building a little pad. I'll move down here. Thank you for sharing, Peggy. I appreciate that. We've only been on for 59 minutes. We're doing it. Thank y'all for sharing. I appreciate that so much. So what I do here, so we go in the same direction. Well, not really. You still want them to kind of come out just a little bit. They can be. It doesn't matter as long as you're doing the same way all the way around. So I got a chenille stem, and y'all, when I first started making these, I saw people working with chenille stems, and I would go on their lives, and I'm like, "Where do you get your chenille stems? Mine break. Mine are not strong." Everybody was just like, "Oh, mine never break." And I'm like, I had this huge package of them, and you twist them one time, and they would break. And so I was so frustrated because everybody was using them. Well, I learned, don't buy chenille stems at Joann's.
Plug for Joanne.
Yeah, not a good plug. I buy a lot from Joann's, but not their chenille stems. These come from Hobby Lobby. They're strong. You can twist and twist and twist and twist and they don't break. So they're nice and strong. So what I do, see,
Let me move.
I'm going to take part of a chenille stem and I'm about an inch or so down. And I'm going to press down. That's a 1/4 inch staple in there, by the way, guys. So it's a small staple. So I've got a long tie stapled into the foam pads, and it did not come through the front of the sign. So I've got 2 sticky pads stacked on top of one another with a chenille stem in it. Looking good. She likes polka dots. I think she has her polka dots.
I've got polka dots. Yay. Polka dots are a sign of royalty. I know that.
Huh?
Polka dots are a sign of royalty.
Polka dots, a sign of royalty. There's been a run on polka dots, like the big polka dot stuff is hard to find. So.
What name that baby?
What baby?
The new baby.
I don't know anything about baby. I'm out of touch with the royal family.
I had a baby like 2 days ago.
Did they?
The third one.
So now my sign is ready to attach when we get ready for that. No, I didn't know that. I'm not following this one. Yeah. This is looking pretty, isn't it, y'all? Thank y'all for sharing. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, Robin, if you get onto TMI Gifts, get you some of this netting. Is like I said, they call it netting. So
I wanted to use it because I wanted to use yellow. Because yellow is happy. But
we'll try one or two and see how it works.
so I think
Do you still want to tie in the yellow to the bow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Peggy's from Jacksonville, Florida. Susan, how do you do? You too? How do you too? Now, what I was going to say earlier, Laura, if you're still here, you were talking about my craft room. On my website, I teach organization and stuff like that, which you wouldn't never know about living in.
Organized.
But if you work out of a small room like I do, your size can get real overwhelming really fast if you don't want it to spill out into the rest of your house and drive the rest of your family crazy. So the key to having a organized craft room is to have a home for everything. And if you have a home for everything, including scissors and all that stuff, because you know where it goes, it's easy to clean up and everything's back in its normal place. And so if it has a home and it goes back into its home when you're done, then your room will stay organized. And yes, it will get bombed. Every project will bomb your room. It's really easy to put back together if you have some organizational skills and learn to have a place for everything.
You cut too many of those.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll get used. I talked to y'all earlier about Barbie.
Really upsetting.
This is a bed that I make for Barbie, and I'm working. Haven't got it done yet, y'all. I can't sell them.
Need another one.
Need another blue
No,
one?
I'm sorry.
I don't have time to make anymore, but what I am doing, because they're very time consuming, but what I am doing is I'm working on shooting a tutorial on how to make these. But I've made a bunch of these over the years. Almost every friend I have that has girls has one. But the bed, everything is attached, so they can't use the bedspread. It's got a bedspread and a sheet, little pillows, little drawers. So yeah, it's just something that I do. All right. So look at what she's done so far, y'all. Isn't it pretty? I love it. So she's got burlap and silk in this, and give me that sign. And they're going to be pretty, and we're going to put a nice pretty bow on it with lots of color. It's really, really pretty. So, all right, so now we're going to work on the bow. And we're going to get our pro bow out. So if y'all have never worked with a pro bow, oh my goodness. And we're going to make a good size bow. So I think we're going to do red D. Which will make a really nice size bow. Who all has a probo? Read their comments. Who all has a probo?
Wait.
Is that too much polka dots?
It would be.
Would you rather have a polka dot instead of the daisy?
I think it would be too many polka dots.
Okay. We're going to work on row D on the Provo. This is the Provo large model, not the ultimate. You don't need an ultimate unless you make carbos. You do not need an ultimate thing. It would take up this whole table. It's huge. But if you make large carbos, ultimate's for you. It's not for me. Oh, that's a skinny one. That's a hair bow. Yeah, you can make hair bows. Have these little things on here where you can make those cheerleader bows and stuff. It's amazing. So we're going to do on row D, and we've got to have our floral wire. And 24 gauge and 26 gauge. Instead of loading it up with ribbon on the mesh roller, I'm just going to do it the way that Regina Sellers designed the Provo to do. So y'all can get this ribbon spool holder comes with your Provos. So they work together, and they work together beautifully. But if you don't have a Provo and you don't have a spool holder, the mesh roller will work this.
Okay, won't you? Are you gonna do this?
Let's mix all of it. No, we can do it however you want it. It's fine. Okay, so what are you gonna change? Okay,
That's not one.
no, that's perfect actually.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Because I just want something to contract.
Okay. So the smaller ribbons are going to go in the center of the bow, and the wider ribbons are going to go on the outside bow, at least for the bow that I'm going to show you how to do. What we're going to do is, let's see, we've got yellow. I'm still going to use that one. Yellow, burlap, yellow, taupe, and yellow. One, two, three, four, five. One more. Or you have the water, the water. Because it's just going to be a layer in the bow, and I think you'll like it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a burlap center because the base of the ribbon is, the base of the wreath is burlap, and I just cut. I don't measure my wire guide, so it is what it is. So sit here, and I'm going to show you how to do a Provo. What you do is you start. gather that. And where did my wire just cut go? Okay. This is the heavier gauge wire. This is the 24 gauge. I'm gonna do, don't let me poke you in the eye. Real tight.
Safety goggles for this.
Yeah, especially if Susie's doing it for you. Okay. And we're going to dovetail these as well as we go. So this one's going to go this way. Because if you think about it, this up here is the top of your bow. So you want the good side of the ribbon facing up. And so we're going to add ribbons as we go. That.
So that's easy.
We can go back and correct it later. Alright, so now we're going to change ribbons. We're going to go to our yellow. And we're going to do the same thing, except you can go ahead and dovetail and restart. And you're going to take your pretty side up, facing up, get your tail where you want, bring it here and gather. Hold it kind of tight to your stick. Wrap it around that loop. Come back and gather.
That's more than
This wire goes down, and this wire goes up. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. This wire away. I forgot to tell her about the other wire. I'm not used to doing it standing up. People that do this standing up, kudos to y'all. I'm not good at it. See that little nail down there?
Mhm.
It wraps on that. And gets out of your way. And then we can use the thinner wire. We'll just do that every time we put a loop here. So now, as you see that your ribbon is facing this way, just going to take it and twist it. And go to your next peg right there.
dovetail it there.
No, you want to wrap it around like you did on this side.
Come on this way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Wrap around down to the bottom. See how we got this yellow tail on this side?
Mhm.
You want a tail just like that on this side.
Okay.
So you want to gather it right there at the wire. And then you'll bring your this wire and what's called the hand is because now you can work with your ribbon and it holds everything in place. Yeah, do a dovetail. Okay. So your next ribbon is going to be your um let's do the thin blue. Regina, I know I'm crucifying her. I got interrupted. I hope I'm still here, guys.
Shoot. Trouble with my dovetails. Okay. So I bring it out here. Wrap it here. If I ever get one of these mechanisms, you're gonna help me.
Everybody throws the first provo away, usually, but you're actually doing good. But
What the hell?
if Regina Sellers watches this, she's gonna cringe at the way I'm teaching you to do it because I'm not doing it right. I got booted out of my own live there for a second. Sorry about that. To add a ruffle to the poof, what do you suggest in the link? Well, I didn't use the poof method to begin with. This is a ruffle base with an additional poly burlap ruffle on top of it. So I didn't use a poof, but the ruffles on top of the base mesh were 15 inches. Some people do all different lengths, but I do mine 15, and we kind of fold them and curl them.
Do I do another one?
You want one loop and one tail on each side. Good. So you got a tail, a loop, and now you're gonna gather it up. And you want to press it as close to this pin as you can get it, and get it nice and tight. I need to get the slack out of that. Pull that side.
I need 4 hands.
And you can go ahead and twist that real tight. And then come over here and do your loop, and then back over here for a tail.
Maybe.
Are you still cold? Is it hot back here now?
Yes, I'm hot.
Those words used to be cold.
It's cold outside.
Not at our age. Okay, let me see here.
Confused.
I'm like, hi Virginia, I'm so glad you called us too. Thank you for being here. Okay, you're fine. So now you're gonna, you got it here, you know, twist. I was twist so your pretty side sits up, back down, and you want to bring it back over here for a tail.
Okay.
Dixie dovetail.
Okay, this is the hardest part.
Reload my comments. My comments are old. I'm gonna reload. Dan's back. Hey, Jan. Y'all, my comments froze up on me, so I thought y'all just weren't talking anywhere. I'm sorry. Robin says, yes, mine is messy. Are you talking about your craft room? Yeah, it can get bad. And especially, I mean, when you start working on a project, it can get real messy. So, but as long as you have a place, even if it's just a tub or I'm all about color. So I like to get these little boxes and stuff and label them. This one here says Welting because I sew too. So, but, you can literally come back here and say, where is something? And I'll tell you exactly where it is. It may not look nice and neat. It's got a home. You're rocking this out.
No, I can't do dovetails. I'm
No.
confused. I know I did, but I did it wrong first. Okay, next.
Okay. So the next one, we're going to go to the big 2.5 inch. And I think we're going to do our yellow.
We do a burlap here and then a yellow.
You want to do burlap?
Burlap, don't you think? Maybe not. Maybe it's going to get too big of a bow.
Let's do a wider burlap. At the base of the bow, you want your ribbon to be a little bit wider. So let's do burlap next. And that's one of those ribbons that's kind of hard to tell what's the good side and the bad side, so it's really not going to matter. How many of y'all use glue skillets when you're like doing florals and stuff like that? You have a glue skillet? Who all uses a glue skillet? I have a really cool tip to share with you. Y'all know what a glue skillet is? A 7-inch skillet that you melt your hot glue in.
Oh, that's a fire safety.
No?
That's a fire safety.
All right, this thing, everybody uses them if they do a lot of florals. These are awesome. So anyway, having to get your glue gun and squirt it in certain places. You just dip what you want to glue into your glue pot, and it does. However, the cool tip is if you put just one little square of warming wax, little melted wax square, or you could probably even use a birthday candle, and melt it in with your glue. Stir it up real good, and you won't have the strings, the glue strings.
They burn you.
You know the kind you have, it looks like cobwebs
Yeah.
that get all over everything?
And they burn you.
Yeah, they can. They're good.
I'm not strong enough in my upper body for it.
You're doing great. Really pretty. Any questions? Let's see, are there any new questions?
Wait, I didn't pay that girl enough for my mailbox wreath last year. You know.
She sees now that it's worth the money. A lot of you ladies have trouble charging what you know your wreath is worth, but everybody has trouble charging for their time.
Charged me $25 for that thing. It's huge.
You've got a bargain.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have sold it to you for
Yeah,
$25.
Good balls on it and everything.
Instead of just folding it,
Wait, it was a pitch for me. Then I started messing with this stupid one.
it's gonna make Regina Sellers cringe. She
Right.
watches this. I'm not a good Provo teacher, but if you go to Provo by Hand, she's got tutorials galore on how to do bows, and she is a fabulous teacher.
She had it for dummies.
Well, if I could learn it, anybody could.
No, you're.
So you just want a tail on that end because you've already
Yeah,
got
I
a
know. I was running that.
But no, she's a fabulous teacher with the Provo, and you go to Provo by Hand and click on her her bows tutorials. Ooh, and they're free. Just go ahead and put the. I'm sorry. Now that it's just easier. I was making a wreath really fast a couple of weeks ago, and no, it was longer than a couple of weeks ago. It was probably about a month or so ago, and I was just snipping and snipping it, and I snipped my finger right with it.
Yeah.
It hurt for a long time. It was very sore. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do is the yellow daisies, and then we're gonna do.
Tonight is when. Maybe it's me.
What?
But if I had my way to do it, I would do it this way. Maybe that's what you saying I was doing it. Maybe it's me.
Well, the whole key is to make the face of your ribbon pretty solid to go
Yeah,
up.
go up.
Because like you look at your bow this way,
Yeah.
you get an idea what it's gonna look like. But all of this is gonna get squunched in a little bit. It's gonna be nice and tight.
That could be right.
I cut mine from the other direction, so you know it's even. You line up your edges.
So.
Right, you want, yeah, there you go. Turn it that way. Do your tail on this side. Yeah, they're pretty, very pretty. It's gonna get a roll off summer. Either stop at this one, or we can put one more ribbon.
You're gonna have to do me a big. control over this. Hold that. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Getting
You
this.
have to learn to kind of press into that pad.
Which I haven't been doing.
I don't see any new comments. I hope I'm not
I've been born.
missing comments. Feel free to ask a question. How many of y'all are wreath makers and how many of y'all are just learning? Julie, you've been making wreaths, haven't you? If you're a personal friend, your picture pops up, so I know you're here. I see her on here anymore, though. She may not be on, but she may go back on later and watch the replay.
Go this way, right? Okay.
I started. Yep. We don't have to use that last pack. We can stop right by there. And
That's gonna be enough.
it will be. It will be.
You did that for me.
On that side, it's easier. Wait, it is for me. Turn it
Well,
on.
I was, okay.
There you go. There you go. Dan, you weren't on here when we were talking grandmother names, and I told everybody what your grandmother name was. I hope that was okay. I'm Gammy. This is Grammy Kathy. And that is Confections, Chef Jan. Her grandbaby called her Tuesday. Almost through with the promo. We about got this book wrapped up, y'all. We've been on here for a little over an hour. It says about an hour ago, so it means it's a little over an hour ago. I have no idea what the fresh comments are, so let me refresh my page and see what the new comments are. No new comments. Okay, last one. You're not going to be using it any further after that anyway. Okay.
Turn it back around.
And then I tail it over here. And then you will have all the ribbon in your bow. A lot of people teach close-up tutorials on doing pro bows by hand. We're not set up to where the camera angle is just right for you guys, so you know it's kind of hard to see what she's doing. But there are so many tutorials, and like I said, probovhand.com is where Regina's site is, and she teaches how to do this. And you can go on YouTube. I think even Regina's got some on YouTube. So, but I had to watch. Oh my goodness, 50 tutorials on how to do a pro bow because everybody's got different kinds of bows. This is just one particular bow, and everybody's got bows, and they all name their bows and stuff like this. But anyway, this one here. This bow is called a terry bow, and is it? Susie, you messed it all up.
You did. You got me over to do this. This is your mistake.
All right. Let's start again. I have got to remember this name. I'm completely out. Okay, so you remember we're going to clip off the skinny wires. I'm just kind of folding that way so we don't poke ourselves. And this is where your big heavy wire comes in. And unwrap it. Okay, that's come out. All of these. You want to get it over
You're gonna have to hold Ram.
as high as you can get it. Okay, that's good. Now we're gonna lift it all up and in her by pretty.
No.
Now we're gonna fluff it. Now you're gonna see how the magic happens. This is another thing. Room is small.
As you go.
You got to. This is a real bag that the pets came with, and I have a box, and I have kept it. This is called a fluff box, but Regina sells fluff boxes. But I, guilty, made one. But because and the reason why I made one is because I did it right then, and I didn't want to wait for it to get delivered because I had a boat that I was working on, and I wanted one, so I went out in the garage and put some lumber together and cut it. And so, but it's got an eye hook in the center, super heavy, and it's got a nail right here. So what you do is you run your wire through the eye hook. That down. So this is where you're going to fluff your bow. So what you want to do is you start the foam, and you can do stuff on it. You want to separate loop and a tail. And then on this side, you put your loop on this side and your tail on this side. So what we're going to do is we just kind of as we go, and then you pick the next color. And because you've got a loop on this side, you have to tail. You kind of rotate it as you go. Have y'all learned anything? I know Kathy has. We may have decided not to add the yellow netting in there, but we'll see. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate all the shares and the
your
likes and the
patience.
loves. Yes, you're all very patient. I appreciate that a lot.
Someone have to make me a woman.
No, you want,
The puzzle.
yeah, so you have your tail on this side, and this one, you want your tail on this side. We're going to go back and fluff it in a minute. So now on this side, you want your tail opposite this tail, and your bow opposite your loop opposite this loop. See how the loops are
I don't
opposite
think
each
you.
other?
I don't think you explained it to me like
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm sorry. Susie, you mess it up. So, yeah. This is going to be a pretty bow.
So this one's gonna have the tail up.
What you're going to do is slide them sideways. I want to go back to that center. So yes, your loop on this side, your tail on this side, and then on this side, your loop on that side.
Okay, get it.
On the blue.
Just work one way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I usually work on the bottom layers and go up. You can work on one side and go to the other side. That's fine. She's doing good. She's a good student. I'm not so sure I'm a good teacher.
Excellent. She's very patient.
Okay, so you want your bow to lay. We are.
Okay. Where's the go? Down here.
This is your center one. So you only got one loop on this one.
Okay.
Because that's in the center of your.
Stay there.
So go here. Come from the bottom up. So you've got burlap. I want to do this one.
I didn't do that. I know that. That's right. Yellow.
There you go. So now that you've got them all pulled apart and going in the direction that you want, what you want to make sure is that all your loops are smooth and round, and your tails, kind of smooth them with your hand just and down just a little bit. They kind of curl down just a little bit up and down, smooth your loops and your tails. And this works really good for like, once you get the hang of it, it's super fast. And I mean, Christmas presents, man, you can make some pretty bows at Christmas. Okay. So we want to unwrap your wire.
Oh, it's been twisted around several times.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to flip it again when it gets in the wreath. We're going to pull it out. And pull your wreath over here. What we're going to do is we're going to eyeball where we're going to want our bow and where we're going to want our sign. So, we might put a little touch of yellow in there.
Yes.
You want your bow on
I
top?
want an angle.
You don't like it at an angle?
I do want it at an angle.
Hmm?
I do want an angle.
Where's the top of your wreath?
Right here.
Okay. Okay. So you want it to be kind of, I don't have one in here that's like, yeah. And so this would be like the top. Yeah, that's the way I like to do it, except maybe not quite. Okay. So what you do is you take your chenille stem and you run it through your mesh. Once you get your sign basically where you want it, down through your mesh. It's a lot of layers. Run it through the back.
That is better than that stuff we used on that horse.
Oh yeah. And what you do is you take that chenille stem and give it a good wrap around that metal frame. Get it on there nice and tight. We can come back and secure it better in a minute. And then this one is going to go straight down in that one because you don't want it to show on the outside of your sign. Comments aren't scrolling, so I have no idea if you guys are commenting or not. Let's see. I'll come out and come back in. So if you are asking questions, my comments haven't been scrolling. I think she's doing great. Her wreath is going to be gorgeous. Hey, Paula, you back? Paula with Red Dirt Racing Things. I'm sure a lot of you are very familiar with her. She's had food poisoning, bless her heart. She's not feeling very good today, yesterday, and the day before. I think this is like her third day of being sick. And you can type to the first one or the second one, it doesn't matter. Thanks for hanging in here, guys. Yeah. All right, and let's visualize your bow again so we can know kind of where this is going to go.
I've got to put some yellow in here. I don't know how.
Yeah, it's going to have some.
Just a little bit. Anyway, so.
No, I'm just going to place that. I think I'm just going to do that. Instead of squishing it down in there, we're going to get it tight, but not squishing the ribbon. Paula, are you going live tonight? Thanks, Jan. Are you going to feel like going live tonight? sometimes the end's got to have a straight edge to go straight through. It's got curled up on you. Dan, we got to get you making wreaths. I think if you're creative enough to make a gourmet cake and decorate gourmet Easter cookies, and as artistic as you are, I'm sure you can make a fabulous wreath. So we need to get you to make a wreath. Next time you come to South Haven, we'll get you to do one here too. Well, we don't really have that on yet, so we're good. The ribbon tails, it can all be fluffed. Okay. And then okay, it's going to be here. And the top of our wreath is here. We're going to put a loop on the back for the top. Okay, so what we want to do is find where we want our bow. And I usually spin this a couple of times. Nice and tight. And then I'll cut one, usually the shortest wire up. So you only have to stress with getting one wire down through there. Just run this down in the center of your bow. And you don't want to put your bow down so hard that it's down in your wreath. You want it just on top, so when it's fluffed out, it's nice and pretty. So that's about as tight as you want. And you want to tie that nice. There we go. Wait. I'll get it at the right angle so y'all can see it. Pretty. And all I'm doing is the same concept with the Chanel stems. Just taking the wire and just going around and around and around. And before you hang it on your door, you want to make sure that there's no wires towards your door. Make sure all of your wires. So, where did my and everybody's got their own way of doing this. This is just how I do mine, guys. I find the center of my wreath. I'm thinking, okay. So what I do is I take a length of string, a ribbon that's about the same color as the base. And I get down to that bottom layer on one side of a tie, which is a tie right here. And I went under on this side, so I go over on this side and under that one. And then I bring this to the length that I want it to be, which would be about right there. Now tell me I did not know. Alright, that's good. We're going to cut that off next. Second look at it, tell me if you want some yellow in it. I think it would be pretty. We need to put it. Okay. So what we're gonna do. Well, I'm not a very good one at that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work out the mesh roll one more time. We're gonna do the netting this time that I got at TMI Gifts. Y'all seen the contests and stuff that I did. I give away a gift certificate to TMI sometimes. Stuff they sell. You want it. You gotta have it. One row of this netting, they call it. Forever. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a mesh. Because this is 21 inches long, I only want 10 inches, 10-inch strips. That's 35 to 25. Put it on 24, cut on 34. And then I'm going to cut it in half, which is 32 to 22. I'm going to have 10 inch. Do a light roll. In the middle. You don't have it to all your ties. You can just kind of put it together around where you want it. Some of them, you know, you don't have. I think that's it. You can do it in like every other one. Or I'm just going to fly it. Okay. It's your ring. Might not make sense. Let me adjust my camera so y'all can see what we're doing. I'm sorry, guys. How'd you cut this? Remember? I want to get y'all a good view. If I get out of the way, and y'all can kind of see what she's doing. She's adding a touch of yellow, which I think makes all the difference in the world, and it brings out the yellow center of that flower in the sun. It's netting awesome. Adds texture. More. That's the designer in her coming out, y'all. I told you she's artistic. She's not autistic. She's artistic. Oh my gosh. Oh, you have a friend that lives in South Haven who's deaf. Okay. Is that what you said? Hang on. Dear friend lives up mine lives in South Haven. A friend. I thought you said a deaf friend. I'm sorry.
Who is it?
I can't read. I'll have to tell her to get in touch with me if she wants to learn how to make a wreath. Or any of you local friends that want to come live and make a wreath, let me know. You can do it. I can also hook you up to the best places to shop locally that don't have websites. Sorry for you guys that don't live here. Dan Marie, you're really wanting to? Well, we're going to hook you all. We're going to hook you up. Because I know as many lives as you've watched of all different people making wreaths, you know what to do. You just haven't sat down and do it yet. So it's a matter of doing it. Emily Sanford is South Haven lady. I don't know her.
I don't know.
But South Haven's kind of getting big. We got some big traffic here. Suzanne Golf says it turned out beautiful.
Thank you.
By the way, my head's right in the center of your room. I'm sorry, guys. Let me move the comments over here so I'm not in the way trying to read your comments. My big head. I was on, have y'all ever watched Wreaths of Joy? She goes live every day. Ronnie Huffnagel, I think is her name. Last name, I probably butchered that, Ronnie. But I was watching her live last night. And she is so cute. And she wears the cutest little blingy baseball caps and stuff on some of her lives. And I'm so stinking jealous. Y'all can't wear baseball caps. You want to know why? My head's too big. My hair's too thick and my head's too big. And I can't find a woman's hat, a pretty blingy, cute hat, without going to a man's extra large. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on your back now, what I kind of into your wrist just a little. And that's something though that you can play with when you get home. And you can decide if you want it to be yours. And this is something, this is like everyday wreath that you can literally put on your door for months and months and months. And you'd be surprised how many people put wreaths inside their house, like over their buffet or in their kitchen. I sure thought this sort of better to do my colors in my house. I can always do it. Yeah. Pretty colors. Would that be pretty? Yeah, I got some mesh and ribbon. Ribbon is an obsession. Mesh is a necessary thing when you make wreaths, and so is ribbon. Ribbon.
That's what I did when I was in Saks. I mean, I got obsessed with glass.
Yeah, you can really get obsessed, buying stuff. But if you're just getting started, you don't go out and buy a ton of stuff all at first. You just kind of start slow and just kind of build your product up. And I want y'all to keep in mind too that all of this is not wreath related. I sew. I do all kinds of crafts with my grandkids. So this is not all wreath related. This is every craft imaginable packed into this room. But what you see mostly is ribbon and mesh and stuff like that. But anyway, I think we're done. Are you happy with it?
I am. Beautiful.
I think she did great, didn't she, guys? Well, guys, thank y'all for coming. And if you live in the DeSoto County area and just in South Haven, and you're looking for a realtor to sell your house or find you a house to buy, call Kathy Spencer at
901-486-6186.
You're going to get a lot of spam calls. No, but she works for Carlight, And so she'll hook you up. She's trying to find me one. But thank y'all so much for coming. I appreciate y'all being here so much. And check out the mesh roller if you don't have one. They're selling like crazy, so you want to get yours. So I appreciate y'all so much, and thank you for joining, and we're done.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye, guys.